Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central, CFL content for the fans, by the fans. And we have our Week 15 preview coming right up with 4 games. We got 2 games on the Friday as of when this will be released. And 2 games on the Saturday. And all in all, I'm pretty excited. I'm excited, but I'm like really worried as well as Caleros is out and life seems to be really gloomy for the Bombers.
But you have your buddy back this week.
Buddy back in
DeMario Houston.
Yeah, but we don't have Zach Caleros. And Zach, have you seen the way that Strevler throws? Did you watch last game? I don't know if you watched last game. I
watched last game.
But it'll be interesting.
What's even better is every game this week has playoff to it.
Yeah. Shall we get into it?
We shall.
Well, the first game we got of the week is the Winnipeg Blue Bombers taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
In other words, your team versus my team.
This is unfortunately not my team at full strength and your team at full strength. As
to a certain extent.
What do you mean to a certain extent? We're missing our starting quarterback.
We're missing our key returner on kick return.
Are you seriously trying? And what's his name? And what's his name? What's his name?
Isaiah Whitten, who has more kick returns this year than most people.
Okay. He's not Zach Caleros.
No.
But
he makes a big difference for our offense, though.
Zach Caleros is all of our offense.
Okay. So you think Zach Caleros is more important than Brady Oliveira? Because you just said Zach Caleros is our offense.
Well, okay. To be fair, I was exaggerating. A little bit. But in the sense of the problem is it's not that Brady Oliveira is not important. It's that when Chris Strevler plays with Brady Oliveira, everyone and everyone's grandma knows that we're running the ball. And no matter how good a running back you are, if all 11 guys, if all 12 guys on the other team know you're running the ball, it doesn't matter how good of a running back you are. You're not fucking getting through it.
I mean, to be fair, our run defense isn't the greatest either.
The thing you have to realize, and Brady Oliveira, he is a future of this team, in the sense of he'll be on the Bombers long after Caleros is retired. Where the thing is, but your quarterback is still your quarterback, and so
listen, I will be frank. It could be a lot worse. Could be 100 times worse.
Can it?
Yes, you can have someone by the name of fucking James Morgan as your quarterback.
You know what? You got a point there. You got to...
You can have McLeod Bethel Thompson as your quarterback.
He might be a better pick than Strev.
Well,
he's got a better arm than Strevler does.
In Montreal.
Yeah, well, Strevler hasn't played very well in Winnipeg. I mean, because think about
your first game.
Yeah, against the BC Lions, who can't play defense against a fucking ant. The BC Lions can't play defense against a fucking army of gummy bears. Seriously, they can't do shit defensively.
I guess.
Rick, the BC Lions defense this year is some of the most awful defense I've ever watched. It's brutal.
I mean, there's worse defense than that.
Who?
Toronto.
Defensively?
They've given up 387 points. BC's only given up 358.
Well, give it time. Give it time, Rick. Give it time. They'll make it worse.
Oh.
Actually, They definitely will make it worse. You want to know why? Because BC lost to Ottawa last week. They're playing Ottawa this week, but then they're playing Calgary next week. So they'll make it worse then. True. God, Calgary's gonna mop the fucking floor with them in week 16. But week 15, can we hear the injury reports? Starting with the Bombers.
Yes. Okay, so Diedrich Nichols, DB hip, questionable. He is playing. Jamal Parker, DB leg, out. Nick Hallett, DB head eye, questionable, and Hallett is playing. Kyrie Wilson, DB ankle, did not play, questionable. Wilson is playing.
Yep.
Enoch Makonzo, linebacker, out. He just got placed back on the 6th game, so again, he hasn't played in almost 2 years. Fabian Witz, linebacker, questionable. He is one of your guys' global draft picks. He is on the injured list. Tanner Schmeckel, D-line, out.
Yeah.
Zach Claris, QB, head injury, out. Jared Stearns, wide receiver, shoulder, out. And then Peyton Logan, non-injury related, available, which he's on the 1 game. Because he's not listed on the depth chart.
Yeah. No. But then on the Ticat side of things.
Ticat side of things. Isaiah Begna, his foot's still in the walking boot from with what I seen at practice the other day. He was extended on the 6th game. He's defensive line. Luke Brubaker, he was extended on the 6th game. He's on defensive line with a shoulder injury. Keaton Berglund is on the 1 game, load management, wide receiver. Patrick Burke Jr., DB shoulder, he's out. Harrison Frost, QB load management, he's on the 1 game. Tajon Garbett, defensive line knee, he was extended on the 6th game. Malik Hall, defensive line oblique injury, did not practice, he's out. Antoine Militovich Litre, fullback, he's available with a hamstring. Jordan Murray, offensive line, knee available. Robert Pennebaker making his debut this year. DB hamstring available. Casey Sales, D-line groin available. Reggie Stubblefield, DB knee limited, full available. Quantavian White, DB load management, he's on the 1 game as a healthy scratch. Ray Wilburn, linebacker, load management available. Drew Wolodarski, wide receiver, load management available. Isaiah Wooden Sr., wide receiver, shoulder, he was placed on the 1 game this week. He's out. And Lawrence Woods, the 2nd DB shoulder, and he's was reactivated on the 6th game.
Yeah.
So, I have a question.
Cat.
Looking at your guys' depth chart, if, and I'm just saying if, one of your wide receivers goes down, you guys are fucked. I mean, you guys could use Peterson as technically a wide receiver, even though he's a running back.
Actually, do you know what I think would actually hurt potentially more than losing a receiver in this game?
As if Streveler went down?
Maybe not, because we have Terry Wilson, who's probably arguably a better arm. And Artopius has shown promise. Like, I've heard people calling for Terry Wilson to be the starter in this game, which I'm not exactly opposed to. I think that Streveler should have a pretty short leash if I'm being honest.
So
the
it's
one
funny
thing
that you mentioned that.
Okay,
because they interviewed Derek Taylor. Mm-hmm. Derek Taylor did put out a thing. They said that unless something mysteriously happens to Streveler, he's expected to play the full game. So he has a long leash. I mean, that could change though.
Well, if he throws a fucking bad pick, I'd like to see that leash get a little tightened up.
Anyways, what were you gonna say?
What was I talking about? I
You're
got
gonna say
thrown off.
something about you know what would be worse? Because I mentioned the
If
Winter
I
Series.
think if we lost an O lineman, it would be worse because you're gonna have to with Streveler playing, you're gonna run the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Already, if you lose an O lineman, then potentially your rush blocking is completely thrown off.
But I mean, at the same time, you also have Thomas and Lawson who have experience because I'm sure with them being backup offensive linemen, I'm sure they'd have practice as as offensive linemen.
Sorry, who are you saying that we? I'm talking offensive linemen. Who are you saying that have
Yeah.
not
So
Thomas.
Thomas and Lawson are your guys' backup offensive linemen.
No, no, because our backup O lineman is Eli.
No, 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 no. I'm saying that's not what I'm saying. If hypothetically anything happened to your starting five,
Yeah,
then Eli would go in. I get that.
yeah, and
But
that.
on top of that, if they needed an offensive lineman on top of Eli, you have Thomas and Lawson.
Yeah, but Thomas is a really good D lineman. He's not a great O lineman because it's not the same position. They're two different.
No,
They're
but
two.
I'm saying I'm sure he would have had some type of practice because they
Yeah,
wouldn't just make him
but
a
the thing,
backup
but
just
he
for the
wouldn't.
sake of making him
But
a
he would
backup.
not be able to put up the same type of rush blocking that that's the thing. It seems like it's like not a big difference, but I'm telling you, this is the difference between a running game getting like 8 yards per carry and getting 2 or 3 yards per carry, and that's a huge difference.
True.
That is a win-lose game difference. So I think them losing an O lineman would be absolutely killer. Like that, I think that would be just a brutal loss for the Bombers. So I think they're gonna. It's already very much an uphill battle as it is for Winnipeg. With everything with Caleros and like it's gonna be a tough one. And the defense, like if Winnipeg's gonna get back to winning games, they're gonna need to win games with their defense.
So it's going to be interesting to see Lawler go up against Houston,
Yeah,
but then Clarcius, Wilson, and Dembski go up against Cachatonis, Amos, and Moxie.
yeah, yeah. I
And
think
it's funny because someone was telling me the other day that there's 15 former Bombers on this team.
yeah, exactly. This is what this is. This is a Winnipeg Blue Bombers inter squad game. This is the Bombers versus the Bombers.
With with a former Bomber assistant GM as our GM.
Yep. When I say this is a Bombers versus Bombers game, I mean in like almost every way.
So, also, they
Yep.
were saying so. I don't know if you watch the. I don't know. I'm sure you guys do like daily pressers at practice with your players and head coach and everything.
Yeah, yeah, no. Ed Tate
Okay.
does a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did one with Liam Dobson today.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, what attracted you to Hamilton?" And one of the things was that they offered him a starter position if he wanted it, and the fact that most of his family's from Toronto and Ottawa and everything. Not once did he mention money. I'm sure money was a factor, but not one
To
thing.
be fair, what
Not
you're
once did he
mentioning
mention
here
money.
is also not necessarily problems he had with Winnipeg. Just something
No,
that
I'm just
Winnipeg can't
saying that
match.
it was one of
It's
the
not
things
like Winnipeg.
that I
It's not like
mentioned that I
Winnipeg
heard
can just
today.
move his family. Like,
No, 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 no. I get that. I'm just saying like extended family.
yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, I mean, I you can't blame him. So,
But it's just like people are blaming Lawler for taking more money. The money to Lawler was never a thing. It was what the Hamilton Ticats did for his autistic kid is what made him come to Hamilton.
was what made Dobson or?
No, Kenny Lawler.
I mean, he's making almost 300 grand. You can't say that's the only thing.
No, but if you talk to him, like, money was not the top thing on his list.
Okay. I'm sure there's other things they did for him, though. I'm not doubting either.
No, but I mean, at the same time, I'm
I'll
sure
put it
he's
this
loving
way.
that 300,000.
I was about to say when he's like the highest paid receiver in the CFL, it's kind of hard to say it's not the number one reason. Like, because I mean, every player's gonna say it's not the number one reason. Because I was about to say if it's not the number one reason, he's probably not the number one paid receiver in the league. But
No.
at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how you get him there. It's that he's there. So
I'm just curious to see how this is going to work out. The secondary on one team against the secondary on another team, the receivers against each other. If Ticat's offensive line can put it together this week. It just sucks that Woltarski's not playing, because that would have been interesting to see him play against his former team.
yeah, you just want to see all of our fucking former players against.
But I mean, at the same time, when you have, such top, I wouldn't say top Canadian depth, but when you have, like, no one get injured on your receiving group, then you can't really bring him in.
Yeah. No, that's valid.
But it'll be interesting to see who does better, Bo or Strevler. Because then it will determine what happens with your wide receivers.
Wow, who's gonna do better, Bo Levi Mitchell or Chris Strevler? I don't know.
No. But what I'm saying is,
can you figure it out, Rick? Can you figure it out?
Hold on. Let me finish with what I was gonna say is if you look at was it last week? Like, how, like, if you look at some of the games, you'll see, like, wide receivers with, like, not many passing yards, or you'll see, like, 3 receivers get all the receiving yards and everyone else get, like, the shitty end of the stick.
Yeah.
That's gonna determine if you guys win or not. If you guys have, like, a lot of receivers with a lot of receiving yards, then you guys have a good chance of winning. If you guys have receivers getting the shitty end of the stick, then your chances are very glim.
Yeah. So, Rick, all in all, who are you taking?
Not your fucking Bombers. I'm taking my Ticats.
Yeah. I'm actually having trouble on who I'm taking here.
Really? I thought for sure you would take your Bombers, like, no matter what happens.
Cause I'm having this fight between my heart and my mind.
Because if you go with your mind and pick the Ticats, the Bombers are going to come back and win, and you're going to be pissed because you didn't take the
No,
Bombers.
I'll never be pissed if the Bombers win, even if I pick against them. But I'm kind of like, with Zach Collaros out against, like, Hamilton, who's leading their division.
But here's
and the Bombers
thing,
also in Hamilton in the regular season don't play well there.
But here's the thing, though. Even if Strevler has a shit game, Brady Oliveira could go off for like 200 yards.
Yeah, but but it's also one of those things where, because of how predictable it is, that could be an issue. Like,
but you guys don't know how bad our run defense is, though.
Is your run defense that bad?
Like, let me double check. I'm pretty sure we have, like, one of the worst run defenses.
Okay, well then maybe there's hope.
Let me double check on this. So, opponents. Okay, sorry. We have the 4th worst run defense.
It's not even 4th worst. That's just, like, average at that point.
Well, no, because it goes Sask with 75.3, Ottawa with 89.5, you guys with 91.4, Edmonton 95.5, and then there's Montreal 100.3, and then Hamilton 103.3. So there's a bit of difference. There's like 10 yards difference. And then Toronto has 108.3 as like the worst in the league.
I really don't know. Cause like I have a lot of doubt.
Just hope that you don't have a 37-year-old Bo Levi Mitchell, or however old he is, run a rushing touchdown on you guys.
Fuck it, Bombers. Ah, Bombers. I'm being
That's a true fan.
I'm being delusional today. Well, you know
No
what the thing
matter
is.
what happens with your team.
Although you know what the thing is that even if I picked Hamilton, I would still cheer for Winnipeg. In the sense of even if I picked Hamilton, like I thought Hamilton would win, I'd still want Winnipeg. Like that's the thing. The pick'ems for me comes second. The first thing that my first goal is that the Bombers win, regardless of whatever the hell I make in my pick'ems.
See,
Well,
I don't even care who we play. I'm still picking my Ticats. I picked them against Sask and we lost, and I still picked my team.
to be fair though, you guys and Sask were relatively even at the time.
I mean, when the season starts and you don't know who's good and who's not, you still pick your team.
Yeah, this isn't the season start. It's fucking week 15, But anyways, Rick, we have to get to the next one because we're 20 minutes into the video and we've only talked about one game. And this is going to
Which
be
is kind of normal.
the Ottawa Red Blacks and the
Wait. One thing that we forgot to mention. French side is picking all Hamilton. Canadian side is going 3-for-2 in favor of Hamilton.
And one thing to note, Jamie Nye of all people actually took Winnipeg this week because does he just hate Zach Collaros? Because because he never takes Winnipeg ever, and then Zach Collaros goes down and he's like, "Oh, Stradler's the man."
So I wonder if he's like, what's her name, Krista
Christina?
Constable, or Krista Constable never picks Toronto.
No, that's not the reason.
No,
She said
I know
that she'd never pick Toronto because of Chad Kelly. I'm not going to say why, but if you know anything about Chad Kelly, then you can put 2 and 2 together.
However, she did pick them last week, though.
Yeah.
But anyways, we will.
You bet your ass that's going to change though once Chad Kelly starts starting games.
Is this the Indigenous week?
It might be. I don't know. Why is that?
Because they use the Indigenous logo.
Oh,
on
lovely.
The English side, but on the French side, they use the normal logo. So I just thought.
Maybe this is just for the. Maybe just for the. I don't know. But then again, they only use the Indigenous logo for the Lions game on the English side.
Yeah,
none of the other logos are the other version. I don't know.
I also sent you the depth charts for the BC Ottawa game too.
Yep. No, I see that. Let's go for the injury report for the Lions as the away team.
Actually, we are going to go with the Red Blacks because the Red Blacks are the away team.
Oh, really? Sorry, I misread that then.
Because the BC was the away team last week.
Yeah, and it was a home and home. That's right.
So, Drew Brown, quarterback knee, he's actually the backup to Crum this week.
Because Crum got the crumb back. To be fair, it's probably that Drew Brown could play but isn't 100% healthy, which is why he's third string even behind Schultz. That'd be my guess. Oh, shoot. No. We lost Rick. Oh, we got Rick back.
No, because I was here this whole entire time. You're like, oh, yeah, that's probably why they made him third string behind Schultz. So I heard that.
No, but it disappeared. I couldn't hear you. I had to go back into the thing and get you back.
So, Devontae Dedmon is out with an ankle injury still. Keelan White, ankle, wide receiver, he's available. Eric Stars Zala, O-line head, he's out. Daniel Okapoko, D-line shoulder
name.
out.
That's a fun name.
You know what that reminds me of? What's his name that used to play for the Islanders? Kyle Opozo.
Oh, you're talking about what? Well, he played for Buffalo as well. You're talking Kyle Okposo.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played for
That's
the
what the
Buffalo
last name
Sabres
kind of
as well.
reminds me of.
Actually, does he still play on the Buffalo Sabres? He might.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
Mustafa Agali, defensive line shoulder.
Okay, that sounds
available.
a lot like the wrestler Mustafa Ali, like the wrestler.
Adrian Fry, DB
That doesn't
shoulder
sound right.
available.
Okay.
I think Fry is backup halfback on weak side, and Robert Priester is starter on the weak side. Before I get to the injuries on the BC side, BC had signed former bomber Bridges this week, and
Marquise
also
Bridges.
TJ
Yep.
Lee. So on the BC side,
You know they're desperate now.
well, neither of them are playing this week, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Tybo D-Belly, D-line ankle available. Jalen Edwards-Cooper, DB thigh out. Dwayne Hendricks, D-line hip available. Jermaine Jackson, wrist, wide receiver available. Tamazi Lalili, D-line hip questionable. He is not playing. Gary Peters, DB knee questionable. He's a game time decision. Maxime Royer, linebacker. He is not playing, even though he's listed as questionable. And Kimoko Ture, D-line ankle out. But that is your injury report.
So Rick, do the Lions magically learn how to play defense? 'Cause that's my thing. Is that even though they offensively they look good, they have not been able to play any form of defense, and you can't win with no defense.
I'm not gonna lie, with Covington out, that makes a difference. If Gary Peters doesn't play corner, that's gonna make a big difference on that side. And who's playing on that side? That's Lewis and Hardy side. So
Yeah.
if Peters doesn't play, that's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah. I'm losing faith in this Lions team to get it done. To be able to close out games, to be able to play defensively enough to have success. Like I'm not seeing evidence of it.
BC
So,
Lions kind of reminds me of like the Argos last year. Like your offense has to outscore your defense to win games.
yeah. And it's not like their offense has played bad. It's that their offense has played slightly above average, but their defense is so far below average. So their offense is constantly playing a game of just having to try to cover up every mistake that their defense is making. In the sense of that their offense will get a touchdown and a field goal, and then their defense will give up 2 touchdowns. Like it's just they're fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know.
Like if I look here, like this BC Lions offense is good. It is, but it's just for me it's the defense that is the Achilles heel here. They can't. They have pieces. Guys like Micah Alway is good. He's a good linebacker. Guys like Robert Carter Jr. Good halfback, but it doesn't seem that they can put it all together. So for me, to be honest, I didn't give this much thought. I'm taking the Ottawa Redblacks.
Really?
Yeah. BC can't play defense. They can't at all. Like like I don't know how you can take BC when Ottawa is yeah, Ottawa's not perfect. Ottawa did win last week though.
Yeah, but Ottawa won in the fourth quarter. Let's be real here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you win in the first quarter or the fourth quarter. They still won. You either win the game or you lose the game. And the fact of the matter is that the Lions, even if they'll play some quarters defensively fine, they'll have one where they completely collapse and makes everything else meaningless.
So, according to record, to win home and home outside of being Saskatchewan does not happen that very often.
Yep. I'd argue that the defense, what the Lions have been giving up defensively, doesn't happen very often either.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you look at, like,
I know Alberta, it is uncommon. I know it's uncommon. Yeah.
So, I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit, and I'm going to pick BC.
I've been playing it safe every week, and I've been going 1-3, and so obviously it's not working. I got to change something. And so the Lions used to be a safe pick, and they're no longer a safe pick because they've been playing like shit. And when you play like shit, you lose my vote. And so...
Could you imagine BC gets swept by Ottawa, but you sweep...
Yeah, BC had BC with a beautiful chance to pass the Bombers. Bombers get swept by Saskatchewan, which is not that surprising because of how good Saskatchewan's been. But then BC fumbles it by losing 2 straight to fucking Ottawa.
So, just listen to this, okay? So, that tells you something about your team. If you can sweep Edmonton, but you get swept by Ottawa, how good is your team?
Yeah, I don't know, because Edmonton's a better team.
But Ottawa's trash, too. So, you beat a trash team, but then you get swept by a trash team, so does that make you a trash team?
It's you know what it is? It's the mental gymnastics that some sports fans will be like, where they'll be like, "Oh, we lost to the Buffalo Sabres. But we beat Tampa last week, so we're good." You know what I mean? Where it's like, no, you lost to Buffalo. You still suck. But yeah, no. So speaking of which, shall we get to our next one then?
Yeah. So this
where
is
the Edmonton Elks
tribute game.
The Edmonton Elks take on the Toronto Argonauts.
Yes, they're doing a tribute to former...
Oh, we lost Rick. We lost Rick. Where is Rick? Damn. This always happens. Multiple times a recording. We lose Rick, but then we get him back. So you said they're doing a tribute to a former, and then it cut out right as you said that.
Yeah, so you know John Candy, the actor?
Yes.
You knew how he was an owner of the Argos.
Okay.
Well, they're doing a tribute to him.
Nice.
This weekend.
Nice.
So I don't know if I think I have it on my phone. They have a John Candy t-shirt to the first 5,000 fans.
Oh yeah. Nice.
So they're doing that. I will be at this game as well.
Oh, yeah.
I have 2 games this weekend. Hamilton and Winnipeg, which is Ted Gavea night. And then also Toronto and Edmonton. But the interesting thing is so the update on this whole Chad Kelly thing is that they're playing it week to week. So whenever he gets 100% cleared, whatnot, I'm sure they will dress him, start him, whatever it is. But at least this week, it's Nick Arbuckle.
And again, I think Arbuckle's earned that spot. So, injury report for Edmonton.
Yes. So the Elks get a big return back in Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson is available. I don't know if he's playing or not because depth charts haven't come out yet. Jared Brinkman, shoulder, foot. Did not practice 2 days. Limited Thursday is available. Greg Eland, offensive line, load management, available. Tanner Green, fullback, knee, did not practice. Javon Leake, running back, illness, questionable. Joshua Shakel, linebacker, ribs, doubtful. And Jalen Williams, DB, load management, available. On the Argo side, we have Spencer Brown, running back, hip, limited all week, but available. Brian Cox, D-line, Achilles, did not practice all week, out. Sage Dockstader, offensive line, head, limited, did not practice the other 2 days, he's out. Ami Dankwa, offensive line, knee, did not practice all week. Your former Bomber, Thadrick Hansen, D-line, elbow, full, available. Tyson Hergott, D-line, back, did not practice all week. He's out. Chad Kelly, leg, limited all week, doubtful. Dante Makmahan, running back, ankle, limited all week, available. Derek Slywaka, DB, ankle, full all week, available. And Anthony Vandell, offensive line, ankle, limited, did not practice the other 2 days, and doubtful. So, it's going to come down to which team's offense has the better game, is what it's going to come down to.
This is a game that could go really either direction. As Edmonton beat Calgary last week somehow, but then also just 2 weeks ago in their most recent game, the Argos beat the Ticats. So, however, I would argue that the bigger victory there is probably beating Calgary. I think Calgary right now looks like the best team in the league. You know, I know a lot of people are on the Saskatchewan train. I get it. I understand why. But with the way that Saskatchewan went or with the way that Calgary went and bitch smacked Winnipeg and Saskatchewan, there's not a lot of teams that do that. That'll go and sweep both of them. And so Calgary is that they're a force to be reckoned with right now, man. Seriously, that team is the real deal. And so
fun fact: Toronto is 2-4 against the West. Edmonton is 4-2 against the East.
Okay.
What I think it's going to come down to.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Edmonton's 2-4 and Toronto's what?
No, Toronto's 2-4. Mm-hmm. Edmonton's 4-2.
Okay.
No team in the East has a winning record against the West. Calgary is the only team that has a losing record against the East, besides BC's 500, 3-3.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The difference is going to be Edmonton's run defense. Because if you can't stop Rankin, then you're losing.
yeah. You mean
But
Toronto's
then
run
Nick,
defense? You mean Toronto's run defense?
yeah. But then if Nick Arbuckle goes off, then Toronto could win.
Yeah, but Cody Fajardo is probably equally capable of going off the way that Arbuckle is.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Fajardo's thrown 1,900 yards. Nick Arbuckle's thrown 3,800.
Has he really thrown that much more? Wow. Although to be fair, you
Yeah.
have to remember Fajardo didn't play every game because they started with Trey Ford near the start of the season.
No, I know. I'm just saying in the games that he has played.
No, that's true. But I mean, Fajardo has put up some pretty good performances. Like I'm saying, as much as Nick Arbuckle's done very good, he's earned that spot. I wouldn't. I don't think Cody Fajardo, you can count him out. You know what I mean? I think he still put up a very solid performances, and there have
Mind
been
you,
times that
that's in
Arbuckle
seven
hasn't been.
games.
Yeah,
But at the same time, um, Nick Arbuckle's also thrown the second most interceptions in the league.
yep. You know what's funny
But he
is
also has the second most
it's not
touchdowns.
it's not quite the Jake Mayer problem. He's doing better than Jake Mayer is. However, it was kind of simple because you remember what I mean by the Jake Mayer problem, where he would throw the most touchdowns in the league, but he would also throw the most interceptions in the league because he threw the ball the most in the league, and so but I think Justin Rankin is one of the biggest factors here. Is if Edmonton gets that run game going, Toronto's in trouble. And so, to me, though, I think a big thing for me is I look at some of the prior games. I look at that their records against their respective divisions. I look at the way that Toronto barely beats Hamilton, and Hamilton's no slouch. But again, I still think the best team is Calgary, and Edmonton smacked Calgary kind of in the mouth, to be honest. And Edmonton, despite the fact that they had a loss against Calgary, Edmonton's made it very clear that they're looking to, for sure, surpass the BC Lions if they can, and potentially Winnipeg if they can to secure a playoff
Have you
spot.
guys have you guys even played under Edmonton yet?
Yeah, we have once. We beat him.
Okay.
But just once though. I don't think we played him more than once. Because it was still, I think it was still when Trey Ford was in. When we played them. I want to say it was pretty early in the season.
Yeah, but you beat them by 13.
Yep, we did.
So that means that next time that they play you guys, they have to make up 13 points.
Yep.
That's gonna suck.
Do we only play them twice?
Um, you guys, yes, you guys play them week 19.
I see. Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna be taking Edmonton though.
ooh, what's going on this week?
Who are you taking?
I'm picking Toronto. So 3 games up, and we don't agree on any of the picks.
Yep.
So this is gonna be an interesting week on what route we go.
On who of us has more luck? Yeah.
Because I'm trying to catch you in the pick'ems,
And I'm trying to catch back up to near the top of the standings where I was before. And the old Dutch pick'ems, to be fair, are very split on these ones.
the French side goes 2-2.
Yep.
The English side goes 3-2 in favor of Toronto.
Yeah, but I mean, that's because you got an odd number of people. Like,
Yeah.
Although I'll put it this way, Rick. I think this last game is where our disagreements will end on who we think is gonna do well.
Funny thing is I was just looking at the numbers. Montreal has lost 5 in a row, and this will be game number 6.
No.
Mind you, if Montreal beats Saskatchewan, what does that tell you?
Montreal's not beating Saskatchewan.
Edmonton beat BC?
What?
Or Ottawa beat BC.
That that's not as big of a deal as if Montreal actually managed to beat Saskatchewan with fucking James Morgan or whoever the hell is starting.
McLeod Bethel Thompson.
Oh, Bethel Thompson's starting today. Oh my God, look at that. We just got better.
We went from mediocre to not good.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. My thoughts are on this game is Saskatchewan's winning. I don't want them to win, but they're winning.
Hold up. Let's discuss injury reports first.
Yeah.
So with the Montreal side, you have Justin Lawrence, offensive line, available. Sean Thomas Erlington, neck, running back, out. Davis Alexander, quarterback, hamstring, out. Tyler Sneed, wide receiver, heel, available. McLeod Bethel Thompson, quarterback, elbow, available. Louis Felipe Baroza, long snapper, back, available. Arthur Hamelin, DB calf, out. Daniel Oldijo, wide receiver, foot, out. Nate Boscheman, DB, arm, out. Deontay Ruffin, DB, adductor, full all week, out. Alexander Hollins, wide receiver, load management, available. Stevie Scott, running back, load management, available. Robert Kennedy, DB, load management, available. Des Holmes, offensive line, available. On to the Saskatchewan side of things. Albert Awachi, running back, hand, available. Sean Bain Jr., wide receiver, knee, available. Antoine Brooks, DB, load management, available. Tevion Campbell, DB, head, did not practice all week, questionable. Jack Cohen, QB, hands, available. Sam Emilus, wide receiver, knee, limited all week, out. Jackson Ford, DB, knee, did not practice all week, out. Daniel Johnson, offensive line, shoulder, full, available. Nelson Lacombo, DB, ankle, out. Dre McCray, wide receiver, head, limited defensive line, out. CJ Rivas, DB, leg, did not practice, limited, full, available. And Marcus Sales, DB, leg, did not practice, questionable.
Yeah. So, like, what can Montreal do here?
If Montreal pulls it out of their arse, McLeod Bethel Thompson has some ridiculous game, uses his receivers to full potential, there's quite possibility.
Yeah.
But if the Saskatchewan Roughriders defense has anything to say about it, they're not going to do well.
Yeah, no, that's the thing I find being a problem is that Rider defense.
Ride or die.
Yeah. I don't even, the thing, where I'm struggling, Rick, is
What's
usually
that?
I'm able to go into an analysis. I'll be like, wow, the run game going against this rush defense, the passing game, this and
You,
that. Like, it's just whenever I think about this game in my mind, I think Montreal's not winning. like
you
my
know what?
mind just doesn't even. I can't even go into it. I just think that I don't think the Alouettes are winning this.
You know what? You know what the you know what's interesting though is Montreal's
What?
defense is not even the worst one in the league.
Yeah.
Like they're third in opponent points, they're fifth in offense touchdowns, second in sacks, fifth in rushing yards, opponent rushing yards, third in opponent passing, second in sacks, sixth in interceptions, five in knockdowns, three in forced fumbles, and seventh in turnovers, and fifth on second down conversions. So their defense isn't all that bad.
Yeah. Like
I just think
the thing
Saskatchewan's
is
going to be
that
too strong against them.
yeah, like the big thing here is like the only area where the Alouettes are better than the Riders is in the kicking game against Breathlother. That's it. Is just in that one aspect of special teams. It's hard to win a game on just that. Um, you can be bailed out of a game because of it. You can have it be pretty even matched, but you're losing, and they're able to get you over the edge. But yeah, I just I don't know, man. So my thoughts are Saskatchewan is winning. Is there
I
anything?
had written down Saskatchewan before we even started.
I hadn't had it written down. It didn't need to be written down. It's not like I would have forgotten.
No, I know. I just like to write things down so then when we go back and compare picks, it's like, oh,
Oh, I have nothing
you
written
won
down.
at this
Whenever we
one.
do these videos, I have nothing written down. So
No.
I just go with it.
So we agree on one, disagree on three.
Yeah. I
So
have a
it's gonna be an
strange
interesting
feeling
week.
that this will be a good. I'll put it this way. I don't think either of us are probably going 4-0. I think some of them I'll get wrong and you'll get right, and some of them I'll get right and you'll get wrong. So
I don't even think that even 3-1's even possible.
I have no idea what the fuck's possible.
The
Let's be
only the
real
only
here.
game the only game we're getting right is the Saskatchewan game.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be 3 ties and a rider loss.
Oh,
We're both gonna go 0-4.
speaking of which, one thing that I will mention, since you brought that up. So, there is some playoffs up for grabs this week. Riders can be the first team to clinch a playoff spot this week if Winnipeg and BC lose, Winnipeg and Edmonton lose, or BC and Edmonton lose. So we need Sask to lose, and any of those combos, two of those teams not to win or not to lose.
I need to check something. Hold on a second. Before we wrap this up. Do you want to know a crazy fact?
What's a crazy fact?
If Montreal loses and Edmonton and BC win, that means your last place teams in the West, your 2 last place teams in the West, would be better than the second best team in the East. That's insane.
Say that again.
So,
If
if Montreal loses,
yes,
if BC wins,
yeah,
if Edmonton wins, that means your last place teams in the West, so your 4th West team and your 5th West team, would be better than the 2nd place team in the East. Because BC and Edmonton would be 6-7, and Montreal would be 5-7.
Montreal is already 5-7.
Oh, I mean they'd be 5-8. Sorry.
The only shitty thing is there's only one team from the West that can cross over.
Yeah, this is why this year you're actually hearing a lot of talk amongst fans of the idea of going to one division. No East-West. Just one division. If you suck, you suck.
Because this is going to be the 1 year that...
Because not going to lie, this year, at least one team in the West is going to get screwed out of a playoff spot that they probably should be in. Probably. But we'll see.
It's just weird because if we're all in one division, Hamilton would be third. As of right now. Because they have the better record than Winnipeg. By one game.
Wait, who has a better record than Winnipeg by one game? Sorry?
Hamilton does. Hamilton's 7-5. You guys are 6-6.
Yep. No, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, this is going to be a strange year that 3 out of 4 East teams are going to have a losing record. But yet one still makes the playoffs.
Yeah. It's funny. I do find it funny what Bob Irving said though here. Is he said Liam Dobson was this is kind of what you were saying earlier, was asked his reasons for leaving Winnipeg to sign with Hamilton. He never mentioned money. I wonder why players are afraid to say, geez, they offered me a pile of cash that I couldn't turn down. Which, to be fair, I do think they offered him a nice deal financially, but I just find that interesting.
That's the thing that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all I got. Is there anything else you got there, Rick? We're almost an hour.
Yeah, so just one last thing. So anyone that goes and buys a Team Ted shirt off the Ticat store, they are donating all the proceeds to McMaster and Mountain Allison, I think is the other university that he was with, for scholarships. So I get to pick up my Team Ted. So tomorrow I'm not wearing a jersey because it's Team Ted night. So I'm going to be wearing my hat or my t-shirt. Nice. And they're doing rally towels, Team Ted rally towels. So that's going to be interesting.
Oh, there you go.
But other than that, that's about it. All I got to say is go Tats and down with the Bombers.
Bro said down with the Bombers like that wouldn't sink his own ship. You can't say down with the Bombers when your team is half bomber. Like
that's in the past in the pretense.
There we go. Is it now? Yeah, I was about to say the Ticats are about to have 2 dashes in it. It's going to be the Tiger dash Cats dash Bombers because they used to be the Wildcats and the Tigers that mixed, but now they're the Wildcats, Tigers, and Bombers.
So does that mean that Saturday we get to see if the Elks sink or swim?
Well, there's a lot we're going to find out here.
If the Elks lose, then we know that Elks can't survive on boats in Toronto.
Well, we'll see.
Because half of Toronto's former players are on Edmonton.
There we go. So,
but
I think that's all we got. So make sure you guys leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure to, if you're on Spotify, make sure you guys give us 5 stars. We very much appreciate it. And without further ado, peace, love, and positivity to all you wonderful people at home. We will see you guys next time.